Okay, let's see if that works now. Okay, got it. Sorry about that, guys. OBS removed my audio again. All right, here we go. And I'm sorry about being kind of scatterbrained on this one, but it's new to me and I haven't streamed in a while, so we're going to deal with it. All right, we are on Szpakowo. I think that's how you say it, I'm not quite sure. And we're going to give it a whirl on doing a survival mode. Never done this before, so we're going to see how poorly I do at it. But anyway, we are going to find out where the shop is from where I'm currently at. I'm right here, and the shop is down here, so I need to run down the road I'm currently on. Give myself a little bit of speed boost here. Switch over here, so I don't have to get run over by cars. And I believe... Did I run past it? I did. Okay, so back up here and this way. There it is, right there. Okay, so what we're going to do is right now it shows my money is 250,000, but I'm going to adjust that once I make my field purchase because obviously you can't do anything without a field in this game. So I chose Szpakowo because it is very small fields in a lot of regards, and it's reasonably cheap to get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the field right in front of the actually, let me look and see what is in that field. I don't think there's anything currently in that field. Nope. What else do we have nearby? Soybeans on 82. That's actually not a bad little field either. I can't tell exactly where I'm at. This one here. What do I want to do? Let's just do this one. We're going to do this one right here. Get started. We're going to buy it for 30,000. And yes, you really can't do much unless you want to do contracts to get started and then buy a field, but I'm just going to do this so I can get started and play. We bought that, and now I'm going to run back to the dealership, and I'm going to buy a couple items that I need to get started after I do my settings. So I need to do settings of, we're going to turn it down to 2 times for the moment. I'm going to leave it on hard for the moment, but I'm not sure how that's going to work, so we'll give it a shot. Seasonal growth is going to be off because I don't want to lose crops to withering in this playthrough. And we're going to turn off snow too because I just want to play. I don't want to have winter affecting me that much. Crop destruction is off, periodic plowing on, fieldstone off, lime and weeds, sure. Going to turn off the... Whoops, that's tip anywhere. I don't want to turn that one off. I want to turn off the buyer items, and I think that's good for now. Alright, so let's go ahead and save it real quick. And I'm going to go back here. So we own this field. It's going to take me a little bit because I'm going to do this in a survival fashion, which means I start with nothing. So let's get out of here. I'm going to buy a little vehicle, which is going to be, let's see, this one right here. It's going to be a little electric car, nothing fancy. I'm going to make it dark blue though, because I don't want, dark blue doesn't look that good. Let's try a different color. Let's go light blue. Good enough. All right, so we're going to buy that. That's going to be my vehicle because I've tried this with a bicycle and a trailer and it just is painfully slow. So we're going to buy that. So we have the main items. Now I need to buy a harvester, which is going to be the most basic harvester I can possibly get. And we are going to be doing soybeans, I believe. Let me double check that. Oops, sorry about the wild camera movement there. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, we're doing wheat. Okay, so that's fine. We will go back in here. Go to harvesters. Harvesters, thank you. And we're going to get the manual grain harvester. I'm going to make it bright green so I can see it in the field. And we're going to buy that. That's going to be my combine. So we're going to see how much of a pain this is. Okay, I got everything I need. Now, let's go ahead and get rid of $2,500 or $205,000 by using Devtools. Remove 205, 1,000, and all right, we are down to the $2,000. This is going to be our start. So we are going to do save again. And all right, here we go. I got to check one thing real quick. I just saw my brother texted me. Just want to check that really, really quick. All right, there we go. Okay, let's get back to work here. Now, since I own a field right next door, I'm just going to toss this on the back of our little thing with super strength, because you should be able to at least lift this on there, or someone from the dealership would help you lift it. And it's a little too wide for my vehicle. But I need to set it this direction because if I set it with the handle behind my head, I can't get into the vehicle. So let's do it that way. And we're going to tie it down and get to our field. Now, I'm going to go the long way so I don't drive over people's yards. Or I'm sorry, fields. And I feel like I'm doing a really bad job in this video because, or this live stream, because I've been out of the game for like a few weeks. And I'm just, oh, okay. Didn't know this would flip that easily, but I'm just gonna flip it back up with super strength. Come on, flip over. There, okay. Try that again. I think it's just that tippy because of the harvester on the back of it. But it might be because it's real high off the ground too. I don't know. But we'll give this a shot. And it's going to take me a little bit to do this field because it's a fairly big field and this thing only goes like 5-6 miles an hour. So we are going to park there, unstrap it, and get her off the trailer. Alright, let's see what we need to do to get set up here. Enter that. Now this kicks out crates of product, so it won't be as hard to use as some of the little harvesters are. And I need to turn it on, and away we go. And it will drop straw that I can pick up, so that's a good thing too. So I'm going to do a cruise mode on this because my fingers get tired of holding this while we're working. This is going to be only as long as I need to do this manual harvesting. I'm not going to do it for very long. But I'm going to do it until I can afford to buy the actual products that I can harvest with. And I know I'm not going to be able to harvest with a large-scale harvester anytime soon, like the big New Hollands or the Klosses or anything like that. But we will go to another harvester that I have, so it won't be very long using this one. But anyway, that's the plan. I'm going to do this as long as my real life time and status allows. It's been pretty crazy around here. I've been trying to find a new job, and as an older than average applicant, I'm not getting very good responses. Plus, I live in a smaller town, so I don't get a lot of good offers, if you want to say it that way. So I'm doing the best I can, but I may end up having to take a break from streaming for a while. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So anyway, my plan is to harvest this, get the straw picked up, and then I'm going to put a tent down on one of the end of the field because I need somewhere to sleep so I can sleep through the nights and get this going a little faster. But I need to place it on ground I actually own. I tried this on Polescene, I think it was, and it didn't work well because there was no space between the fields, and I couldn't buy the space between the fields if there was any. So I couldn't put a place to live down. But I will do what I can. And my steering is still kind of jerky, and I'm not sure why. I run into a lot of problems with farm sim controls being very, very not static, but very jumpy and super sensitive on my controller, so I'm running into problems there too. That, and once in a while my keyboard and my controller fight. So we're just going to go from here. And I need to make a quick change to my volume on the game because I forgot that I had turned it way down when I was playing the other night. So let's go. Where's my volumes? There they are. I turned them way down. And let's see, character volume. I don't have NPCs even on here, so we're going to do that. Go. No, we're going to run 100% because it's not, I'm not running anything what do you call it? Motorized. That's the word I'm looking for. Jeepers creepers. Not running anything motorized anytime soon, but we're going to do this, get this harvested, and then I'm going to pick up the straw. And then we're going to use manual tools to prep our field until I can afford to buy a small tractor that I can plow with. So we're going to be stuck with manual tools for the first couple streams, I think, because it's going to be doing those things. Hey driver, how you doing? If you're feeling froggy, you can hop into Discord and I'll turn you on. I don't think I have Discord up right at the moment though, but I can do it. 1 second, everyone. Let me get Discord set up. All right, gotta get into my PC, get in there. All right, I'm there, and now we should be able to, as soon as driver pops in, there he is. And why am I not getting Discord? Yep, hang on 1 second. All right, and of course Discord's going to be a difficult thing, and they changed my settings there too, so we are gonna go my headset. Gotta reset everything. This drives me nuts. There we go. Now I gotta see if everything's working right. Okay, and Discord's not picking up your voice. Why is that? Or, I mean, OBS. I love OBS. I love all that stuff. Let's see. Is it? There we go. Now, talk a second, will you please?
All right, how about now?
There we go. Now I can hear you. And I'm just going to double check you're appearing on stream.
Okay.
Talk again, please.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yep.
My settings might be messed up.
Nope, we're good. You're there. Okay. And just, I need somebody to talk to because I'm being really hard to do things, so. But
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind.
but I'm trying a survival series.
Oh yeah. How's that
Doing
going?
manual. I just started it, so we're doing a manual harvester. Pretty funky looking little thing.
Yeah, I was looking at that when I first popped in.
hmm
Oh, that's
And
interesting.
then you just wait for that to finish. And then when you get full, it kicks out just a crate of wheat.
Well, that's not too bad.
No, it's actually not bad. It goes about the same speed as a regular harvester does. So it's not bad. But I figured I would give this a shot. I've always wanted to try one. But I didn't want to do the start with an $85,000 field and, um, a big mower and all that stuff for $85,000 and a scythe and then just mow until my eyes bleed. I didn't want to do that, so I'm doing it differently. Started out on
Good
one of the
idea.
Polish maps that has small fields, and then bought one field and a little vehicle and a little harvester, and that's where I'm starting. And then I gave myself $2,000
Good way to start.
to buy seeds and stuff when I get that far. But yeah, it's going to take me a little while to do this field.
Yeah, it can take you a couple minutes.
Yep. So what are you up to today?
Not really a whole lot. Me and Papa did our usual trucking.
Nice. Very
Morning.
nice. Very nice.
And then he said it was a nice day. He wanted to go run around in town and get some stuff. He's adding more to his truck setup.
It's
He's
not
got
enough
room.
to have a dashboard. Now he's got to have all the other stuff too, huh?
Yeah, he built a console,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got it wrapped in all that material and stuff. I mean, it looks really nice, but the back of the console, I guess the wood is further in or something, so the material's pulling inward.
Mm-hmm.
So what he was trying to find was some of those, those cardboard tube rolls that you buy for like mailing like pictures or posters or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's wanting something like that, and he went to Home Depot. He went to Lowe's. He went here and there the other day, and they were like, "Oh, we don't sell that." And it's like, without
Um,
it being packing and shipping.
Depending on how heavy he wants, sometimes you can go to the carpet places, and when they sell a roll of carpet, they might have one of those tubes left over, but they're heavy duty. So I don't know how heavy he wants.
He's
Um,
not needing anything crazy. It's not going to structurally hold anything. It's just all it's going to do is help make that material do what it's supposed to do.
okay, maybe UPS store, if they have one where he lives.
He went over there, and the ones that they had were too short.
Ah,
They were out of the longer ones, and he did a Google search, and he found that one of the office supply stores had them.
mm-hmm.
So he was going to go run around and see what he
Cool,
could find. Okay.
cool, cool. I really like his setup. He's got the dashboard and everything, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, he's got the dashboard. He built the console, um, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, he's got a heck of a setup going on.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I had space for doing my steering wheel and stuff. I'd get it all set up for here, but I just don't have the space for everything. I mean, I could, but it's a pain to keep putting it up and taking it down.
I mean, I'd love to have enough money to have a room that's kind of like my office and have one dedicated area that's got the wheel,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
its own computer, and then another computer where if I can play other games I like playing or just chat with you or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's see. What button is it to
Uh,
empty? You. Activate. No! I don't want to dump you on the ground. Let's try again. Unfold pipe. Hold harvester toggle speed. Pipe in. 0. I do not know how to do this. Let's see. Unload. Aha. There we go. Unfold pipe active. I wanted to shut the door again, but evidently I have to have the door open for now. Anyway, whatever. As long as I got the crate, that's the important thing. I didn't dump it on the ground, because you can dump it in a pile on the ground too, and it's like, no. Done that before, and it's made a total mess out of it. But I figure I
yeah, I'm
started
back
with
in.
the $28,000 field and just a little, like, two-wheel vehicle or a four-wheel vehicle here that has a platform, and that's it. I've seen them
Yeah.
start with the Unimogs and everything else, and it's like, a Unimog is like $50,000. I mean, that's not survival. So, we'll see what it does here. I'm sorry, I
and
cut you off
working.
again, like I always do.
Oh, I'm working on backing up some stuff on the computer. My
Ah,
computer started being weird a little bit ago. And when I pulled up YouTube to go back to the video I was listening to, I seen you were streaming, so I popped over here. Um, but my computer was doing weird stuff, like my music did that little froze sound, like you
mm-hmm.
know,
Yep.
and I was
Hmm.
like, "What the heck is going on?" And it did it short the first time, and then the second time it did it really long. I'm like, "Oh, let's see what's going on here." And a couple minutes later, it popped up. It's like, "Hey, Windows wants to do a restart." I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, Windows updated. Lovely. Gotta love it.
But to
Um,
be on the safe side, I'm gonna back up some stuff on the computer and
yeah, yeah,
to my external just in case. I've got files I've been working on that I've got a lot of time into them. I don't
mm,
want to lose all that stuff.
yeah, yeah. I'm actually thinking about maybe trying to set up my laptop with FarmSim on it. Maybe I can set up my wheel, but I really don't have a table that would hold the wheel successfully, if you want to say it that way. All I have is an old card table, and that thing's like made out of cardboard, so it's not gonna hold it steady enough. And I don't want to risk my wheel falling or something falling apart on it. I
Oh, I
might
know.
try it and see, but we'll see.
I've had to get into a new habit. So I have a piece of 2x6 under my desk for the shifter
Hmm.
because the table it goes down in and then goes right back up.
Oh, it's a.
So that dead space.
You said it was a plastic
Yeah,
table, right? From like Walmart, kind of thing.
yeah, it's a plastic folding table. It's a six
Okay.
foot table. It's huge.
Yeah. Yep.
So I put a piece of board in there to fix that and then to tighten down the clamps, and that seems to work pretty good. I'm always having to move the wheel back and forth.
Hmm.
But I leave the shifter and the side panel on all the time. Well, I was riding along with Papa one day and went to turn or something like that, and I needed to back up, and so I threw the shifter into reverse, and the damn shifter almost fell off the table. I'm like, oh, hold on.
Whoops.
So, and what it was, that set screw, it's like made out of plastic. There's really no way to put like an Allen key or anything like that on it,
Hmm.
and it had loosened up, and when I reached under there, it basically just fell on the floor. I'm like, what the heck just fell on the floor? Because when it fell on the floor, it's plastic, and it's got the grooves for the thread.
Hmm.
But in the floor, it almost looked like a piece of, that plastic sheathing you put like vehicle wires in or something like that.
Hmm.
And I thought it was that at first. I'm like, where the heck did that come from? And then I realized what it was. So now every time I set my wheel up, once I get the wheel all situated, tightened down and everything, I reach over and I tighten up everything on the shifter. So that's no fun when you're in the middle of trying to maneuver a vehicle and your shifter falls into the floor.
Oh no,
Anyway, come
no,
back.
that wouldn't be fun.
Come back here.
I did that with my steering wheel one time when I was back when I was trucking on ATS. Um, Cruising along, and all of a sudden it kind of let go, and my steering wheel went clunk right into my lap. I'm like, oh crap, that didn't work. That was when I had my old desk, though. Just a El Cheapo deluxe table like you had. But
Yeah,
now,
Papa had something like that happen to him too,
yeah,
and
I ended up with the steering
he's
wheel in my lap. I'm like, oh, okay, that didn't work.
yeah, he said after that because he was just clamping it to a desk. It's his granddaughter's old desk, and so he was just clamping it to that.
Mm-hmm.
And he finally said, "You know what? I'm gonna fix this." Of course, you know how he talks.
Mm-hmm.
He said he if he at first was gonna run some screws through it, then he realized there was mounting holes on it, so he found out the bolts and stuff. Got it all mounted.
Nice,
And then
nice.
the side panel that he gave me, it's got two holes up in the front because he was doing something with it and it fell off one day. He said, "Well, I'm gonna fix this. You know what?"
Mm-hmm.
And grabbed a couple of drywall screws and he checked and there was no wiring right there. And he just ran two screws right through and just screwed it to the
Oh,
table.
jeez.
He's like, "Now move."
Nice. Now try and move, damn ya. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of things like when you were talking yesterday or day before about how your pedals were sliding. Um, and it was just oof. And that is not something you want to happen when you're messing with steering wheels and stuff or pedals, when you're trying to drive, especially your pedals go skating across the floor. Because if you're like me, I have a carpet protector underneath my desk. Number one, so my chair doesn't rip apart my carpet because there's a seam right underneath my desk. So it would very quickly pull it apart.
I got my pedals all situated. They don't move anymore.
Hmm.
Um, I went to Lowe's and bought. I could have bought it at Walmart, but I bought a roll of that anti-slip pad,
Mm-hmm.
like mat,
Yep.
and I just cut it down and put it under the pedals, and they ain't moved since. I could be on the
Nice.
clutch and brake at the same time, no movement. I'm like, sweet.
Well, cool. That
And
works.
then I went a step above that, and I bought an anti-fatigue floor mat
Mm-hmm.
for like being in the kitchen or something like that. And of course, brand new $16 mat, and I take a knife to it, and I cut a piece out for where your heel sits, because
Mm-hmm.
that's hard plastic and it hurts.
Yep.
And then I took all three of the pedals off, and I traced them out, and I cut them out, and I put double-sided tape with that. And so now I've got nice cushiony pedals and cushiony spot for my foot to sit and all that stuff. So that's all
Nice.
fancy.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's comfortable now.
Nice.
You know, that's all I was really going for.
Well, you guys truck for like 2-3 hours a day, don't you?
Oh, it
Most
varies. We
days.
get on around 8 o'clock, and sometimes we truck till 10. Sometimes we truck till 2. It
Cheapers.
varies.
Yeah, I saw you yesterday. You were on quite late. I ended up going up to the local game store and was watching them play BattleTech and chit-chatting with my buddy Brandon and everything. So we were busy doing all that stuff. But I didn't get home until almost 10 o'clock last night because I was chatting with everybody up at the store until 9-ish, 8:30, 9-ish, and then I went over and had a hamburger after that and paid for it all night long because my stomach didn't like. Whoa, what the? um,
Hmm.
my stomach didn't like the hamburger at that time of night, but that's okay. It was 75 degrees in my apartment this morning at 4 o'clock. I was like, holy Martha, why are you so hot? And then I realized it was 70 degrees outside, so it's like, oh, that's why it's so nice and warm in here. So I ended up having to switch blankets in the middle of the night because I still have my winter quilt on there.
Yeah. Heck, I haven't used a blanket in 2 years.
Well, you live in,
It's too warm for me.
way deep south, that's why.
Well, me and mom try to keep a temperature that's halfway comfortable between the two of us. She's cold and I'm hot,
Mm-hmm.
especially in here with the computer. Our room is 75 right now, and I have the door open.
Ugh.
And so when I go to bed, I'm hot. And so a sheet, sometimes the sheet is too much.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes while I'm asleep, I pull the sheet over me. And then with my feet being the way they've been here lately, I've had that hot burning feeling a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I crawl into bed, my feet throb, and they feel like they're so hot, I kick them out from another sheet and I fall asleep.
Yep.
That's a new thing the past week.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah.
I'm trying to get a hold of my doctor.
Oh, yeah. Trying to get that all
I
figured
want
out.
to talk to, yeah, well, I want them to go over my labs with me, like I was talking about a while back, and all my medication from the old doctor, those refills are dead,
Mm-hmm.
and they never put in refills or anything for me. Like, we're not going to do anything because I don't have an appointment until like August.
Oh, geez. That's a long time to wait.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I need to get to mine too one of these days, but, you know, it's been far and few between that I've worried about that right now. So, but, yeah. I decided since I hadn't had a stream on here for a while, I was just going to hop on and do a little farming. Then I decided I'm going to try a survival. And see if I can do
I've
it.
been needing to do
And my game is stuttering for some reason. That's weird.
See that?
Oh, that's right. I have the real autosave turned on. That's why it's doing it. I forgot that I had that mod in there.
And for the past couple days, me and Papa have turned the traffic on in Conway,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been noticing a lot more stutter here and there,
Yeah, yeah.
and frame rate drop and stuff, and learned some stuff. Like when I turn it, so I host the server with traffic, but it goes off of my config file.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever I have that set to. So I have it set at 25% of traffic. Just
Okay.
something, so that way you got some traffic, but you don't have, too much traffic, I guess you could say.
Right, right.
And so Papa had to copy and do the same thing in his, because when he would join, all of a sudden it was like, boom, traffic everywhere.
Oof.
And so he had to do the same thing. And then, of course, when he goes and plays by himself, it's not enough traffic, so he turns it back up, just turn it back down. I'm like, we
Mm-hmm.
might as well just give up on this for now.
Yeah, yeah. I never liked traffic because the AI traffic is so bad in that game. Especially since they do the newest updates. It was really bad.
Times when I'm playing by myself, I'll turn it on, but I go into the dev console and I put it at 25%.
Okay.
And they say you can go from 10 to 1 is the normal, and you can go all the way up to 10, which would be 10 times what the traffic already is. That would
Yikes.
be like that'd be like trying to drive in LA at any time of the day.
Bumper to bumper everywhere you go.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
definitely not
Not
doing
a
that.
good thing. Yeah, most of the time I turn off traffic in games. I didn't turn it off on this one yet, though, to see, because I'm off the beaten path here, so I probably won't see much of the traffic anyway. So,
There was one map I played in 17 that for the longest time you turn the traffic off, but the traffic was still on.
huh.
It's like they didn't have it coded right, and over a year or so of updates and changes to the map and stuff like that, he finally went through and did something with the traffic. Not only did he fix it to where you can shut it off, but he added more traffic because the only traffic there was around the city, and
Ah,
it was never any
gotcha.
traffic in the country. And he added a lot of old vehicles and cool looking trucks and things like that. So it was better in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually got to where I just left the traffic on most of the time.
Yeah, yeah. And, I don't play much farm sim, really, like I used to. I mean, in 22, I had like 2,200 hours in the game, and I think I'm at 500 on FS25. So, it's just one of those things where I wasn't real sure on the game, and then, having to run so many mods just to make the game really fun is kind of a pain. Um,
Yeah.
because I run a lot of smaller equipment, so you have to go to like King Mods and all those places to try and find your small equipment because there's very little that the actual modders make for the game, or Giants do, unless you want a 20 horsepower tractor, and then it's like, nah, I need something a little more than 20 horsepower just to pull a plow. So,
Yeah.
but
I just looked. I've got 86 hours and 25.
oh my, I don't even know
760
how
on
many I have.
PC.
Let me check quick. I'm curious. Um, that is if it'll
1319.
tell me. FS25. Ooh, I have 755. Nice.
Yeah, in the farming simulator, I got the most hours in 17. I got 1532 hours now.
Yeah, I think I'm at like 2,200 in 22, and then 19 I had maybe close to 1,000 or so. But um, 22 is where I really started getting into the game and streaming and stuff. So I did quite a few streams on it.
Yeah.
But I've been
My AT and American Truck Simulator, I've got 1563.
wow, that's a lot.
Papa's got even more than me.
Mm-hmm. At one
He's got
time,
8,157 hours.
8,100. Holy hell, that's a lot of hours. Um, I thought 400 hours was bad because I had 400 on my original profile. And then when my computer crashed, I lost that profile and I just said, I'm done with the game. So I just
Yeah.
couldn't get myself back into sitting and steering a truck for hours and hours and hours.
I'm surprised I can see Freaky's on here too. And as much as they were so big into the truck sim, he's only got 545 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he hasn't
And
played for 3 years, 2 years, something like that.
yeah,
I don't know how many I have on mine. I have no idea. I know my
yeah,
profile was like 300 and some hours.
yeah.
But
And we've been doing a little bit more ETS. We kind of flip flop here and there. So I've got 345 in ETS.
mm-hmm. I think I have maybe 100 in ETS, if that. I don't
Yeah.
like the signal systems and stuff over there, so it's really hard for me to play. But
Yeah, I actually went and Googled road rules in Europe. And then out of curiosity, I started Googling stuff about logbooks and trucking, and
hmm
even looked up like engine brakes, stuff like that. Like in Europe, engine brakes can be used as long as they're not excessively loud
mm,
anywhere in Europe.
hmm
And they were saying that some of the little bit older trucks that have not been modified or anything like that, we're talking like maybe 5 or 10 years old trucks,
Oh wow. hmm
their compression brakes are too loud for the new laws.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but and their logbook system's way different than ours. They can't do the 70 like we can do. I think it's 60 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and then after I think 5 or 6 days, their company, if they're not at a home terminal where they can go home, their company has to put them up in a hotel for their 2 day break.
Oh, nice.
Like,
Wish that
nice.
was more like that around here. Cheapers.
Yeah, we'd have more people that'd be interested in trucking because
Yeah.
they're fighting to get people to drive.
Yep. That's crazy.
But you got a lot of these companies that are treating drivers like garbage out here in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens.
Yeah,
And that's
I've
the
heard that.
well, and it's the big companies that they don't care about the driver your number. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they
Yep.
don't care if you sit or if you don't have enough hours. They'll make their arguments all day long.
Yep.
If you get in with
Exactly.
if you stick with it and get your experience and then find you a smaller company, you're typically treated like the last guy I worked for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In ways I wish that I never quit that job because I made really good money and treated very well and all that.
Yeah, but life, you make decisions and you regret them sometimes, so. But
Oh
yet,
yeah,
you really
and
can't regret it now because you're living, with your mom and take care of that place. And, you know, it kind of sucks that you don't have income down there at the moment, but, you'll find something eventually. You'll figure out what you want to do.
I'm hoping I'll hear back from the one I told you about. I don't want to talk about it on stream,
Yeah,
but
yeah, I get you. You'll
I'm
have to have your midlife crisis and get it over.
yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Yep, yep. Oh, I missed. But no, I get
When
it.
I
I'm still trying to locate a decent job too for above average age person, and yeah, good luck with that.
yeah,
Even though it's supposedly illegal for people to inquire about your age when you're looking for a job, but
oh, yeah, it's well, and the thing is, they do it to truck drivers. If I want to go work for one of the say the big companies like Snyder or whatever,
mm-hmm,
um, a lot of them won't hire me because I'm too experienced because they don't want to pay me what I'm worth.
mm-hmm, yep,
So they would rather say, well, you just didn't fit the bill. But I did have one company one time tell me, they're like, well, we just can't afford to hire you. I'm like, what do you mean you can't afford to hire me? Y'all are a big mega corporation.
mm-hmm,
They're like, well, we just can't. And like, yeah, y'all don't want to pay what I'm worth. That's what it comes down to.
mm-hmm. Exactly it is. But no, the job I was hoping on kind of fell through, so it didn't work out like I wanted it to. So back to square one. I'll talk to you later about all that, but
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. So I decided I'm going to play games today. I'm just not in the mood to do
Yeah.
much else. So, but
Yeah. I think I'm going to play a little bit more car mechanic. Thought
yeah,
about doing videos on it, but 26 is probably around the corner. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, I don't know. I tried 26 demo again, and I just can't get into it. I've tried I don't know how many times, and it's the whole having to wait for product that gets me every time. I don't like um, sitting and waiting in games. That's something I have to learn how to deal with in games. But it's just, if you had it one way in the previous version, why do we have to change it to actual delivery times, kind of thing. So that's my complaint about it, but I'm just not into that sort of game at the moment. I'm just gonna back up and do this real quick. I tried Ship Graveyard Simulator 3 last night, the demo, and ugh, all I did for like the entire demo was pick up garbage.
I'm glad you could play because I couldn't.
Ugh. I got in there and played, but it was they gave you like a 13th of a ship, and then for the first 25 minutes, all you do is pick up garbage off the truck or off the ship, throw it in your truck, and then haul that off to the thing. Because now, when you haul your steel and iron and plastic or whatever to the thing, you have to do it, at least in the demo, in smaller batches. But they give you a bigger truck, and was kind of confused about that. But maybe it was just the demo, doing so many tons and stuff. But I never did get to the point of actually ripping apart anything to do with the ship. So I don't know. I might not buy it because I got tired of the Ship Graveyard too, because it's got to be a hammer simulator. everything you had to do was hammer, 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 and it was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, when I tried to play Graveyard 3, it my frames in the starting menus wasn't
Oh yeah, starting
working, and
menu threw my computer into my fans especially into a tizzy. It was like at 82 degrees it was running just in the menus. I was like, what the heck? And then
yeah,
after the game started, it settled down.
it didn't for me. I started the game and I had to keep going back in the options and turning it down. I had it all the way down to low, and the best I was getting was 10
Hmm, that's odd
frames.
because
And
I ended up having really good frames and stuff afterward.
yeah, I even tabbed out and went and looked at the specs of what the game was supposed to be, and minimum was like RTX 2070, and recommended was a 20 or a 3070, and I got a 3060. So,
Hmm, okay,
you know,
strange.
I don't know what the deal was. Yeah, I don't get it. So I was like, well, whatever, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things that all that new DLSS stuff and things like that, I just don't understand what some of that stuff is. So I'm just like, nope. As long as I get 30 frames, I'm happy.
Yeah, I was only even getting 10, so
Yeah.
I tried walking over to the truck and I skipped so many so bad. I was like, no, I'm not even gonna try this.
Yeah, I saw you were only like 11 minutes or something like that in the game. So,
Yeah, and that was me playing with settings, I think, and
mm-hmm.
reading their tutorial garbage.
Trying to get it to work. Yep. All right, I'm finally done harvesting.
And I was gonna, and
Let's
then after that, I was gonna play that house flipper on that Sense,
Mm-hmm.
and it said not available anymore. And I went back and looked, and it wasn't in my library no more or anything.
Weird.
So I had to use Revo and installer to get rid of it.
Hmm.
And but check this out. So the other day, about a week ago, um, I'd seen a post that you could get regular house flipper for free
Mm-hmm.
on Steam. So I went and looked, and sure enough, I could grab it for free. So I grabbed it. So I may install it one day.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind House Flipper. Like I said, it's a lot of like decorating and stuff like that. So, but one trick I learned though is as long as the item that they're looking for, like say they say to buy 3 couches, as long as it's in the room that it's supposed to be in, the game's happy. It doesn't care. So, let's see, where am I taking the wheat to? I gotta look that up.
If you're getting it for free, I'll give it a try one day.
Yeah, yeah.
See what it's about.
Um, I am taking my wheat to Henrik's thing, I think. Sure, 283 per thousand. All right, where is that at? 287 feet that way. Oh, right next to me. Sweet. And I gotta go the long way. This is why I bought a little vehicle to do this, because otherwise um, I tried it with a bicycle on one map, and it's like, oh my god, the bicycle steers so slow. I just couldn't do it. Okay.
On here, tear down a car, and cancel this one out because the steering rack goes to the oil pan, the exhaust goes to the frame.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now, where does this go? Oh, that's right. A lot of the places do not take these frickin' things. Grr. So now I gotta put down a sell everything on the property somewhere so I can actually sell stuff. Because for some reason, the crates that are come off of that harvester do not sell. I forgot that. So I need to give
Do you
myself
have,
enough money that I can put down a sell everything.
out of curiosity, do you have a tipper?
Not on the vehicle. No, I don't.
Okay. I was gonna say if you had a silo, you could put it into the silo maybe, and then put it into the tipper and then go sell it.
Yeah, I haven't done anything with that. I'll just put down a sell everything and then adjust my money. So $1,000 to put down a little thing here. We'll just put it down right there. Sounds good. And then I'm gonna adjust my money up by 1,000 again, because I forgot that I had to fix that. There we go. Now, oops, wrong way. It's my thing. Should be able to take my crates and sell them here. Oh, come on. Yep, there it goes. So $282 for each one. That works.
I just noticed the sway bar goes through the alternator. That's cool.
The what?
The sway bar, it goes through the alternator.
Oh, cool. They did such a good job at modding that one then.
Well, I noticed, so I had a car that I was like, well, I'm going to get rid of this car. And this stuff, but I was going to go ahead and do the repair on it, so I didn't make money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to go look, and it's called Fresh Imports, you know, to do mods.
Yep.
And so I go in there, and I can't find the car name. I go look, and it's in the in-game car. So I go back and I look at the car. It's a DLC. And the drive shaft didn't line up with the transmission correctly and all kind of other stuff. I was like, what the heck?
Wow. That's Playway for you, though.
Yeah.
Very few of their games actually run like they're supposed to. At least on first look, they don't.
Yeah, the car that I worked on last night was a Buick Regal 87.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it, and it's got a Jaguar motor in it. I'm like, well, that ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, maybe I can swap it to a different engine. Well, there's no swap options. I'm like, well, that bites.
That
And then it had
bites,
this, and then it had
right?
the same problems, you know,
Wow.
cramping into oil pans and all this.
Yep. Why is my vehicle skating across the ground? Oh my god, this game. Some days I wish that they would just quit trying to improve everything and just let it play. I don't know. What's that?
Fix all their problems before they do anything else to it.
Yeah, because look at my vehicle skating across the ground.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like, what the heck? Grr, giants.
Remember some of the goofy stuff we had with Ranch?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, and then they go and they release a DLC instead of fixing the problems.
Yep. Yep. That's pretty common though with a lot of games. They do, you know, Easter and Christmas and all that stuff, special events, and then they don't address all the basic problems. And it might be this mod, but I doubt it, because it's just a, you know, standard little vehicle. That's all it is.
The vehicle skating thing's been a problem for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it did a little bit too, didn't it?
Yeah, when it, especially, oops, I missed my turn. Especially when you would load bales and stuff, your bale trailer would just skate all over. Oh well, whatever. Chalk it up to, you know, the oddities of farm sim.
I thought about putting the cameras back on the computer, playing it. A lot of fun with those two.
Yeah, 17 is a pretty good game. I like it. It's just I got burned out on looking for mods for everything, you know, because I had all my mods already for FS25, so.
Yeah, if you go back to the older titles, it's hard to find mods.
Yep.
Good. Everybody's already moved on.
Yep. But I'll never be one of those, oh, I need to buy a baler so I can get my straw off the field. It's never going to be one of those things where I'm going to have ultimate realism on my computer, because number one, I don't want to overload my computer system. So I'm just going to deal with what I got. Let's see, balers. Yeah, I know they've got a baler. I'm just going
I
to
played Farm Sim, I
this
played my way, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, select, do that. I'm going to buy the baler. Oh. And then eventually I'm going to go with either one of these little tractors for that I have, one of these little guys or something, and a little plow, or it's going to be this little guy because it comes with a plow. It's a garden tractor basically, but it's a garden tractor that has a plow attachment to the back of it. So I don't know. We'll see. Or it might stick with actual hand equipment. I don't know yet. Let's see. I need to put you on the back of my truck. And how's the thing to freak out again? But I was in a mood, so I decided I was going to fire up some farm sim for a little bit. And of course, run over my equipment. Let go. Alright. They're already out mowing and doing stuff in my apartment complex. It's like, wow. Oh, that's right. I go forward with this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mow the yard again here in about a week.
Yeah.
We haven't had a whole lot of rain, so it really isn't growing that much.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it grows mostly around the septic, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something I don't have to do unless I mow Mom's lawn. Takes me about 20 minutes to do hers because it's just a small patch of land, but usually my brother does it before I can get out there. Mm-hmm. I don't especially like doing mowing anyway. Did enough of that when I was a kid. Mowed 6 acres on a little 38-inch garden tractor. Yeah, it took me 3 days to do it every time.
Yeah, I mean, Mom's got a riding lawnmower like that, and that's what I use in the yard here. It takes me about a half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's not horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do it a lot faster if I had a zero turn. But
yeah. The one we had was an old wheel horse brand. And then we had an old snapper at one time, and we had some kind of 3-wheeled mower, and that thing was dangerous as crap to use because if you turn too sharp, it'd want to tip over. It's like, okay. So, but no, it was one of those things where you just did what you had to do, and that was part of my duties. I got away from doing dishes and stuff in the house if I did the mowing, so I did mowing happily. Burned through tons of batteries back then, though. Because I had to have music when I was mowing, so. AA batteries don't last long.
no, they don't. Especially when you got it all cranked full blast too, so you can.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you can hear it over the mower.
I had a pair of earbuds when I was living in Michigan that I used when I was mowing, and if I turned it up full blast, it was like normally listening to it, and that was how much I could hear it.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Worked out pretty good. Actually, if I mow the yard in certain spots, I could pick up the Wi-Fi and listen to YouTube.
Mine was the old cassette tapes. Because we lived out in the country and we didn't get anything but like a AM radio station. So, and I didn't have a radio at that time, a portable one. I just had the cassette player, so it was burning through cassettes like crazy, but it kept me going. But that was a heck of a job to mow that every week. By the time I got done, I'd have 2 days off and I'd turn around and start again. It's like, ugh. But I got a really nice tan out of the deal, so that helped.
Yeah.
My favorite thing, though, was getting out of doing dishes, because I hated doing dishes when I was a kid. Matter of fact, I still hate it now, but whatever. Just not the domestic type.
For me, it's not that I don't want to do dishes. I just don't feel like doing them.
Yeah. Oh. I still do them, but I'm not real happy about it. Pardon me. Can I get this little bit of straw? Not worth it. This little pack I'm using is actually a pretty good little pack. He's got it so it does vegetables and cotton and all kinds of stuff. He's got little attachments made for it. plants potatoes, all kinds of stuff. Not realistic, but then again, what really is in a lot of the harvesters and stuff.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, last night up at the game store, they were playing BattleTech Aces, the new um, mode that's versus AI. Well, not technically computerized AI, but it's a card system that is acted like AI that controls the enemy. It was actually pretty fun watching them.
Sounds interesting.
And on one side I had BattleTech, and the other side I had Warhammer Necronomicon, or not Necronomicon, Necromunda. That's what it was. And it was kind of interesting watching both. I kept turning from one side to the other, watching both of them play. I didn't have my gear with me, or I would have jumped in and played with them.
Yeah, I still never made it over. Haven't been over that store yet.
Mm-hmm.
Game store here in town.
Yup.
Me too.
I needed to get out of the house, though. I was so sick of sitting here. I needed to get out. Plus, I wouldn't mind joining the BattleTech group. I joined the Facebook group, but I don't know if I'm going to stay in it or not, because they're talking way so far above my head, and you can tell they're classic BattleTech players because they talk about this rule and balance and that rule and balance, and it's like, oh my god. And it's fair for everybody because we don't use Frankenmechs, which is when you make your own custom mech. And I'm just like, that's half the fun of the game, is making Frankenmechs. You know, take say like a Banshee and put your own special weapons on it. That's half the fun. For me, anyway. But they seem to not like it because they're classic BattleTechers.
Yeah, I've never played that.
Yeah.
A lot of the
Basically,
card games I've never played.
oh, I've tried Magic a couple times and I just can't get into it. It's like, nah. Any of the TCG games I'm just not a big fan of. I know a little bit about them though, because from when I worked at the store, but not enough to play.
And my neighbor across the street, they go to the game store here and they play. I think they play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the one that they play up there all the time.
Yeah, we're a sponsored store here too. So they have tournaments and stuff, and then they have local championships, and then very rare do we have anybody go to the, regional or the national championships, but they have quite a bit of fun with it. And it's good business for the store, so. Our big thing is Warhammer and Necromunda, which is basically a different version of Warhammer. Not so much even D&D anymore, because since D&D's switched between 5.0, 5.5, and now they're working on 6.0, which is supposed to come out sometime this year, which is really going to irritate people that bought 5.5, because that's only a year old. So I don't know. I'm getting into solo play a lot though.
Yeah, that's one thing I need to do when I have my external plugged in. Is I need to go through a lot of those files.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of the solo stuff is like a journaling style, where you kind of keep track of it in like journal format. So it's still fun though. Holy cow, I'm yawning all of a sudden. Of course, when you get woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning by somebody leaf blowing the parking lot for 2 hours, that goes, reow, reow, reow. I'm like, oh my god, really? 8 o'clock in the morning? Couldn't wait till at least 9:30?
Yeah.
Get my little old baling done here and pile my bales on the truck and take them down and sell them.
Well, I got everything took apart off the car, motor tore apart and everything. I got the 15 pages of crap to repair.
Mm-hmm. I might have to do a little bit of modding on this, or adjusting on this mod, because the harvester runs at 4, the baler runs at 6, and I forget what the plows and stuff run at, but it's just like, why can't it be walking speed for an average person? You know, which is like 8 miles an hour. Why can't we just do that?
Yeah. I guess they like to make it difficult.
Yep. Because this baling is going like twice as fast, because I'm almost going twice as fast walking. I'm actually running.
I can see plowing being a little slower because you got to physically pull it. A lot of weight.
Yeah, well, this
Digging
is
that
like
dirt.
a push plow that they got in this mod, which I'm going to have to use temporarily, because I don't think I can afford to buy that little tractor yet. I didn't even look to see how much that tractor was. I wouldn't mind
Feeling
doing
real
an
good.
actual tractor with a plow behind it, but I think it's going to be much more expensive than that is. I'd be down to like a single bottom plow if I did an actual tractor, though, because the horsepower requirements. Or if I did this, I'm at least 3 feet wide on the plows. Basically, it's a rake with a that you push along. It does plowing.
Seems interesting.
I have no idea why I'm yawning so bad all of a sudden. Holy cow.
Oh, but you need to quit it. You're making me yawn.
Mm-hmm. Of course, you're getting ready to go to bed at what, like 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight? Or are you still earlier than
Yeah.
that?
Nah, about between 8 and 9.
Okay.
I'm bad about when I lay down to bed, I play on my phone till I get tired.
Uh-huh.
And what I've been trying different here lately is just sitting in my chair, kick back a little bit, and play the same stuff that I normally do if I was in bed
Mm-hmm.
to wind me down. And by doing that, I find that I only lay in bed and mess with my phone maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Hmm. Cool.
As long as it's not a game that makes me do too much thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
If I lay down in bed and fire a cryptogram, then my mind's all wired.
Mm-hmm. I've been watching Swamp People on History Channel.
Oh yeah.
Shooting gators. And they're going after the pythons down in the Florida Everglades, too. Because it's an invasive species.
Yeah.
So they're each person, I guess, is allowed to have 300 pythons a year that they take out of there. That's a lot.
I don't want one of them.
And it might be not quite 300, but it seems like I heard them say it was like requirements were 300 um, snakes a year per person. Don't quote me on that, though. Okay, let's see. Unload. Oh, can I unload bales early? Yes, I can. That's there we go. Alright, baling's done. Now I just gotta pick it up and put it on my little vehicle and sell them. And then go buy me a plow. Because I don't think I have seasons turned on. I think I turned that off. I'm not sure, though. Yeah, I turned seasons off. Okay. So, let's pop onto here. Pick up my bales. But yeah, when I started this thing, I was thinking about how do I want to go about it. I don't want to do wood. I don't want to do grass. And then I was like, well, I saw Daggerwind do a series, something like this. So I'm like, I wonder if I could do that. Just simple. I'm not going to do as drastic as he did, though. His viewers just eat extreme survival up.
Yeah, and see, and I'm not into the whole extreme survival stuff. There was a guy. I used to watch this stuff years ago, but he kind of just vanished off the face of the earth. I think his YouTube channel was Crumble. I think what his name
Mm,
was. He ran a multiplayer realistic deal,
mm-hmm.
and he was still doing 17 122.
Oh, wow.
It
Okay.
wasn't long after that he kind of vanished off the face of the earth.
Hmm. Okay.
They just quit putting videos, so I don't know whatever happened with him.
Hmm. I guess I've never saw him, so I don't know what it was. I
I
used
don't
to
even know.
watch Daggerwin a lot, Mr. CLEP, and all those, and now I'm just not into watching farming videos anymore. So I'm hoping that everybody else is, though, because otherwise I'm actually going to be doing some more 3D work on my channel, too. Because I posted a video on me just messing around in UA4, or Unreal Engine 4, for, just messing around with one of the free packs they gave me, and I have like 90 views on it, 85, 90 views. It's like, cool. And that's like a 3-year-old video. Oh, come on, Bales. Quit skating all over the place. Here. I actually got quite a few bales off of this field.
Doesn't look like it.
And sadly, it's going to be manual stacking because I don't have the funds to buy another stacker, but that's okay. Won't take me too long to do them.
If I'm quiet or you hear me counting, it's because I'm going through my warehouse keyboard. So.
Oh, okay. What game are you playing again?
Just car mechanic.
21. Okay.
So like the engine I'm working on, I knew it didn't have all the rocker arms on it, so I was sitting there counting how many rocker arms I had in my inventory because I had 16 in total for this engine.
Nice.
Sitting there, I'm like 1, 2, 6 is that room.
How many do I have? That's one thing I wish they would do is group the different qualities together. Like if you have like 10 that are 10% and above, I wish they'd kind of put it together a little more. But
I mean, you can sort by condition.
yeah,
That's really about it.
I get why they do it though, because of the whole the whole condition system, as they go by very detailed numbers. Come on. Oh, don't knock the other bale off.
The other night, I ended up staying on here longer than I was intending because I decided that I'm not going to do customer jobs anymore because I'm doing okay at money and I'm going to just play a little smarter, even though I'm going to do the car and the mods, I'm just making money off of it. So I went through my whole warehouse, and if it wasn't 100%, it went to a scrap.
Nice.
And when I first started doing it, I ended up having to do it in sections or pieces because I went and pulled everything engine out that was not 100% over there, and I had 64 pages. Like, I'm gonna be here a while.
64 pages of parts? Holy Martha.
And each page is about 7 parts. If I'm right.
Yep, something like that. I might have to switch vehicles because this thing keeps skating across the ground.
So yeah, it was one of those deals where like, dang.
Huh. Oh,
So I would do a little bit, and I would go do something else, and then I'd come back and do some more.
okay, I'm just gonna take these bales and sell them because I'm tired of fighting with them already. Where am I going with my bales though? I don't know. Straw bales are gonna go to sell everything. Okay, because it's only $2 more for the other ones. So let's go to the sell everything. Quick and easy. you take the bales like you're supposed to? Grr.
I'm going to look at that in a second.
There we go. Ooh, $11 a bale. But it's $11 I didn't have before, so we're getting there. How much is that little garden tractor I was looking at? Let's see, small tractors. So I would need, where is it? This thing, that's 1900, and then you get the little plow. That's another, so about 3200 roughly. And if I went with a standard tractor, I would go with something like this little Minneapolis Moline, and that's 5,000 by itself. Or I could go the 3400. What else do I have? 10,000, 6,300. So it looks like the little IH garden tractor is going to be the one I'm going to have to go with.
Yeah. How
Because
much
everything
was it?
else, 3,200, and the rest, the other ones I have, are the cheapest one is like 5,000. So unless I just wait with just do 5,000 and wait until I get the stuff to get a real tractor and plow, and then just keep putzing with this stuff for now. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I'm not too much on manual harvesting forever, but I'm gonna do what I can with it. Oh, okay, hit my baler. That works well. Some bales picked up.
I'm going to play with some of the hot rod parts.
The what parts? Your voice keeps cutting out a little bit.
It's aftermarket parts, that one of the mods I've got.
Oh,
But when you
okay.
search for the part in here, it doesn't show. It'll still work on the car.
Okay.
But so these are brake caliper racing 4-piston calipers.
Mm-hmm.
And if when you just search for brake caliper, going through your shopping list,
Okay.
I'm gonna try them out. Before I do, go back and look at my list here. Just kind of go through my list, I guess, because the regular search doesn't show. 'Cause here's a battery tray. It's a billet battery tray. Ooh, fancy. I don't know. There's no bracket. Oh, they make different ones. One's got a bow tie logo. One's got a Ford logo. A
Wow.
Toyota one, a Volkswagen one. Wow, that's.
I'm thinking I'm going to need another cup of coffee just to stay awake.
Yeah, it's all titled differently.
Okay. On there and get them tied down. Actually, two more because I got another one right next to the vehicle here.
Definitely gonna get 2 of those.
Get off of there. Don't knock it off the trailer. Vehicle.
2 of those. May have to go in.
Let's see if I can get the rest of these on here.
The calipers.
Okay. I have no idea what I'm going to plant next. It's probably going to be some kind of arable since I have the harvester and stuff. The fancy harvester. When I make the move to automated, though, I'm going to work on getting a different harvester. And the harvester takes This guy here, $2,300, and it takes 20 horsepower. It's like an old Ellis Chalmers. So that's about another 7,000 I need. So I'm going to be doing manual stuff for a little bit longer than I thought. That's okay. I promise I won't make anybody watch me do harvesting with all this stuff forever like Daggerwind did in his series. He was like 14 episodes in and he was still doing the manual stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a little much.
At least in my book, it's way too much, but... Alright, just a couple more bales and we'll go sell them, and then I'll buy myself a plow, because I have plowing turned on. And we'll figure out what we're going to plant. Probably going to be like canola or something. Oh, seriously? Am I going to have to get a different vehicle? Because my bales are not staying on the vehicle. Really? Grr. Really wish things would be fixed on this game. Alright, hop on quick, tie everything down so it can't run away. Grr. There's people that after this last update from Giants, they can't even run the game. So I imagine they had to do their shader cache again, but I was reading a post from people last night that they couldn't even get the game to run. Like, wow. Alright, let's go sell these and buy ourselves a little plow. Hello, Hub of Gaming. I didn't see you there, I'm sorry. Hello, hello,
oh,
hello.
Yeah, I didn't see you there.
Just chilling and doing a little bit of farming, survival style. Oh, don't crit, don't tip. Hope you're having a good day. Just doing a little bit of baling with manual tools. Trying to earn enough money that I can get a tractor. But based on what my costs appear to be, it's going to be a little bit before I can qualify for it. Come on, take the bales. Why will you not take the bales? Come on. Gotta get them in just the right spot. Is that what the deal is? Grr. Just took them just fine now, just a minute ago. Okay, I will call you Hub. Sounds good. You can call me Nick, Nakara, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, and I'm driver.
You might hear driver on quite a bit because we sit and chat like this while we each play games. Sometimes we play multiplayer, not very often though.
Yeah, I've been much multiplayer.
No.
I think our last multiplayer we did was on there.
It was Icarus, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Icarus.
Yeah.
I think we've done anything together since.
And then
because
we
everything else we play is not multiplayer.
Yeah, yep. Why we quit playing Icarus is we got to a point where we were just like, okay, now what do we do?
Yeah.
Okay, plow. Let's see. I know the plow is here. $200. Sure. What's the difference between them? FS25. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, 2 meters wide. That's a no-brainer. I'm going to go 2 meters wide. And we'll go bright blue with it, so I can... Actually, we'll go red, so I can find it. Yeah, I play mostly FS25. I haven't played... Wait a minute, did I already buy it? 22 since I switched over. Did I buy it? I did not. Okay. I just gotta make sure I buy it. Where is it? And as you'll see, I'm not a very realistic gamer, but I still have fun with it. There we go. Now I got it. Challenge. You should do a farm on Rondia Island. I have not looked at that map. I'll have to take a look at it. There's so many maps out there, I can't keep track of them. I purposely did Szpakowo, which is a hard word to say, because of the small field sizes. So I wouldn't bore people to death watching me do this farming on little manual stuff, or bore myself to death. Oh, that was cool. I just ran over my equipment. Okay. Fantasy maps. Okay, I'll take a look at it. See what's on there. I was playing Hoff Bergman up until they announced that there's a new update, and then I just got to the point I didn't know what I wanted to do with the maps, so then I just kind of quit. I was just like, grr. There we go, and get our plowing going. And I think I might put like soybeans on here or canola. Something different, but something that I have all the stuff I need. I've started playing FS17 on the PS4. And then when 19 came out, I switched over to PC, and I haven't looked back because I like the mods too much.
I started in FS17. I've always been on PC.
Yeah.
And played all the way through most of them. A
You
lot
know,
more hours in 17 and 19, some in 22.
Early on, I didn't mind FS17 on the PS4 because I didn't know any different. But once I hit 19 on the PC, I was like, oh my, what a difference, you know?
A whole other world down here.
Yeah, exactly. And I never looked back. I said, nope, done with that. And then I was playing with a couple other guys that were hardcore at the time, and now neither one of them touch it. So, I don't know. But we played a lot on Lone Oak and Felsbrunn, and I think it was called Pacific Northwest or something like that was another map we did quite a bit on in 19. Oh, thank you, Hub. I'd appreciate the sub. I do a little bit of everything, whatever happens to catch my interest. So there's some 3D on here, there's farming, there's maybe cash simulator, whatever I feel like doing, and I don't have a concrete set schedule of what I do or when or how many episodes. I just do whatever I feel like. I'm not in it for the money, so I'm just, you know, whatever I feel like doing. And then I'm going to start putting up videos of my friend and I, Anna and I, doing 3D work and putting it on her channel. But I'm going to repost them on my channel. So you guys can see some of the stuff I do as a second hobby. We do a Friday night stream on Twitch every week. But I'm going to download them and repost them on my channel. Yep. I've been working on my big temple redo that I started 8 years ago and called it good for many, many years. And then now somebody asked me if I was ever going to completely finish it. And I said, okay, fine. So I revamped it with the stuff I know how to do now and cleaned up the mesh and got it all nice and pretty. And now I'm to the point of finishing it up and doing the texturing. But it's patterned after Temple of Elemental Evil in D&D. So I've got lots of work left to do on it, though.
Sure. It's always a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. I've got to figure out how to embed skulls in the walls, because every wall is just covered with embedded skulls. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm going to do it with the texture, but I just don't know how to do the height map for the textures or the displacement to make it look right. So, lots of work to do. Never stop learning when you do 3D stuff. Yeah. 4 o'clock this morning, I was watching some guys making materials that looked like Pixar cartoons, you know, learning how to do them in Unreal. It's like, oh, okay, that's how you do it. And it's actually stupid easy, but I was gonna
Yeah, some
do,
of it is.
yeah, some is easy, and then you get some of it. Like I was watching some filmmaking stuff too, how to make short videos and things. I was like, oh, okay, this is way too much for a tired brain to absorb. So I bookmarked the video, and I'm gonna go back to it. So it's like, nope. But I would like to um, do a couple videos on the channel, or maybe streams about working with one of the low poly packs that I have, and see if I can maybe put something together in a little cinematic or something, or play with it. Who knows? We'll see. I like to just go in there and play with the free packs I get every month.
I gotta
Hmm.
write these down. Each of
And
the tires, I have to write down the tire sizes.
mm-hmm.
Can't remember.
Yeah, the tire size kicks me in that game every time I play it. Car Mechanic
Well, on
Sim,
top,
that, the 25 R75 17s, and it's like, oh boy.
well, I gotta buy 2 race tires that are 215 60 15s. Then
Mm-hmm.
I gotta buy 2 slicks that are 300 60 16. I'm not gonna remember all that.
No, that's way too many numbers.
Yeah, so I just write it down.
Yep.
It don't hurt to write things down.
I run into tire type mismatch on the front or back. It's like, oh, dang it, that means there's different sizes on the front and back. Grr.
Well, and yeah, just think about it. 15s on the front, 16s in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
I screwed up one time, and I pulled it up and always put, the number I need, which is usually 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I immediately hit enter, and I bought 4 generic 12-inch wheels
Uh-huh.
or tires. I'm like, great. So those are in my warehouse. They'll probably never get used, but never know.
I had a mod for that game that was giving me problems. I was telling you about it before. That it said it needed 12-inch, 215 75 R13s or something like that. Weird numbers. So I bought them, and then it wouldn't let me put them on the car. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Come on, game. So I ended up saving the game, going out, and deleting that mod out of my game because it was being a pain. I said, I'm done with it. I'm not messing with it. So, I don't know. I get real irritated on games that don't make sure they work right. Farm Sim irritates me at the best of times, most of the time, but yet I've played like Farmer's Dynasty and all those, and they're not comparable because they're totally different games, but just the number of years that Farm Sim has been out and they still can't master certain things drives me nuts. It's like, grrr. You know.
Right. 2 slicks. It's going to cost me $4,250.
$4,200 for 2 slicks? Wow.
Well, they're 305 60 16s.
You got me. I
So
don't
they're
know what the heck
wide.
that means. I know it's a 16-inch tire,
305
but from there, I don't know.
305 is the width of the tire, how wide it is, and 60 is the height from the wheel to the top of the tire.
Oh, okay.
I had to learn a lot of this with programming.
Okay.
It just carries over. And I'm just glad they give us these and not the European version. God, those are even worse. I used to be able to read tires pretty good. I'd still know how to read the date on the tire. It's usually on one side wall or the other. And I think it's the first 2 numbers is the week, and the second 2 numbers is the year, or vice versa.
Okay.
You got to watch, because you can go to a tire shop and buy new tires, and they may already be a year old because they've been shuffled. And it's rubber, it dry rots. Anyhow.
Yeah, you're nerding out on me. But I get what you're talking about.
I keep forgetting to do this. I can order my little scrapper thingy, scrap all the junk, and then read all my parts. With this mod, I was telling you that you can skip the mini games. This is the only mini game you can't skip.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Get that little junk.
Okay, yeah, so I was right. There's 7 per page on here. I'm getting my calculator.
I like the Car Mechanic Simulator 21, but I'm just kind of burned out on it. I
So
haven't.
when I was telling you about that, I pulled out 64 parts to scrap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 64 pages to 448 parts.
Ooh, baby. Come on.
Sit there and look at
Forward go.
this thing going back and forth, into the ground.
Mm-hmm. I've never done anything where I've used my scrapped items to beef up the cars. I just like going to the junkyards and um, getting an old beat up car and fixing it. The real challenge, though, is to find all your parts in the junkyard or the barn and then fix the car. That's a real challenge.
I
Except.
was actually doing that with modded vehicles because I didn't know about the mod workshop.
Mm-hmm.
How you get the parts from there.
Yep.
I didn't know about it at the time,
Yep. But
and that was back in 18.
yeah, there was some stuff that you can't get, of course, in used, like the oil and the spark plugs and stuff like that. But everything else, like your body parts and stuff, has to come from the junkyard, and it's like, ooh, that's a challenge. You'll have 4 or 5 cars sitting there waiting for parts because you can't find them all, you know? Unless, of course,
Yeah.
you do like you, where you go buy everything at the junkyard, all the parts. But then when you're low on money, you can't do that. So,
I've been thinking about starting a new save game on here, just something different.
mm-hmm,
What I was thinking about doing is starting out working in the shop, working on stuff because you're going to have to do it to start making money. One way or
mm-hmm,
another.
yep,
But eventually, at a point, you just say, you know what? I don't want to flip cars no more. I want to just make money
mm-hmm,
and turn yourself into like a retail salvager. So
mm-hmm,
what you'd be doing is you'd go, you'd still buy cars, but you'd strip them, repair everything you can repair, and then you just turn and sell everything,
oh,
including the
okay,
front.
gotcha,
Instead of actually building a car, you just sell them parts.
mm-hmm,
So you would pay more attention when you're buying stuff at the salvage yard, or the junkyard and stuff like that, because you'd want to buy stuff you can fix.
right, right, hmm,
And then
yeah,
with this mod giving me the ability to strip vehicles in the junkyard without taking the whole car,
mm-hmm.
I can in theory do that. And then when I get ready to leave, I could just go through the list and go, oh, I can't fix that, get rid of that, get rid of that.
Yeah, because there's color codes on what you can fix and what you can't, so, you know. Um,
Yeah.
but I just love going to the junkyards, getting all the parts I possibly can, and then salvaging what I don't use, but then, trying to rebuild the car from crappy pieces. It's kind of a challenge. Um, I
I
don't
was,
do it with,
when I
like,
was
the
looking,
story missions or anything like that, but,
I was thinking if I did that, I would do the first story mission because you're not really going to be able to get around it,
right, right.
you know. But after a while, once I kind of get a little pocket roll going, then
Mm-hmm.
just start going and buying parts. Just go to the junkyard and buy whatever I can buy. And as I have enough money to where I can afford anything, then go to the barns and buy stuff.
Yeah, because you'd have to have at least like 10 grand to even think about doing that because it costs you 4 or 5,000 for some of the cars.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Makes it hard because if you go to the junkyard and you go through and you pick out all the parts you want to get, that money doesn't get subtracted from your account until you leave. So it makes it hard to, buy everything you can in scrap parts and then maybe pick up a car to bring home too.
Right, right. A lot of
Without
times
screwing
I'll
yourself.
buy the car first and then I'll go back to the junkyard. I know it costs me money every time I go to the junkyard, but um it's just safer that way. That way you got your car. Or, I'll go buy 2 or 3 cars and then just leave them sit while I do story missions or whatever until I get enough money to fix them
Uh,
up or until I find enough parts. But
One of these mods that I have gives you the ability to reload the barn or junkyard.
okay.
So you could literally just keep reloading it. I don't know how that works exactly, and I haven't really noticed it either.
Uh-huh.
Usually by the time I get done spending money in the junkyard, I'm already broke. So I go home and make money.
Usually I'm tired of looking at all the damn piles. I wish you could have just one big pile you dig into and say, this is my stuff.
Well, see, and I would also not do that on expert mode
Mm-hmm.
because you can't see all the piles sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
I think after a while it would probably get boring because then you're just doing repair, and sell.
It's the whole hunt for the pieces thing that I like about it. But
I went into a barn on the last batch of vehicles I bought, and I decided I wasn't going to buy the GMC Ventura, which was a cargo van,
uh-huh.
old GM, and so I knew I
Excuse me.
wasn't going to buy the car because they had the value too high,
Mm-hmm.
thanks to that other mod that I got. So I was like, well, let's see what I can steal off of it. So I took the doors, I took the hood, I took as much of the engine apart as I could take. And I was actually even able to get one piston
Mm-hmm.
because you can't go under it to take out the rod caps and the oil pan.
Right.
Do it.
What's kind of fun too is to take like an old rusty car from the junkyard, strip it down to bare chassis, weld it, wash it, detail it, and then sell it. And then just keep the parts, fix what you can, and destroy the rest. But that's a way to do it too, to
Well,
get
that was kind
early
of the
money,
idea.
you know.
Mhm. Well, and if by going in to actually, for example, go to a junkyard, buy all the cars, all the parts that you can repair, or at least hopefully you think you can repair them, and then
Hmm.
go back, stripping down the cars breaks the monotony of sitting there just repair, 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 repair after a while,
Right, right. You
because
know.
that gets old.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. But some of the ones that are in really bad shape, like they have just like the engine block sitting there in a tire. The ones that are like really, really bad shape. I wouldn't do it with barn finds, but if you do it with a junkyard, then it's not so bad. But I would strip it down, weld it, wash it, detail it, and sell it. Because you'll make 4 or 5 grand on each one usually. Sometimes more depending on which mods you have loaded. But
That's the thing with the mods. I mean, and this is what kind of stinks because like a farm sim, you got your mod folder that you could literally change out that folder.
mm-hmm,
You know, like before we had the farm manager.
mm-hmm,
You
yep,
could always just switch the mods in and out. It would be doing it the way I was talking about it. It'd be nice to be able to have all those mods you could dump back in your folder to go play that variant.
mm-hmm.
But then exit the game and pull the mods back out and go back and play normal.
Right, right.
And we don't have that ability with Steam Workshop.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't play Farm Sim without the mod manager that we have now. Um, so one of these days I'll have to showcase it, and so Patrick gets some people downloading his stuff. But it is the best damn mod manager for Farm Sim that I've seen in a long time. That's not complicated. There's another one I saw from one of the bigger YouTubers that they've done that you can view all your mods and start and stop everything right in one side of that thing, and it's just like this is quick, simple, and very low um, system usage, which theirs isn't. So the one that Patrick gave us is really nice. I like it.
I love Patrick.
Yep,
He is he
super
is
simple.
actually he has actually tried to make a mod manager for ATS and
Mm-hmm. I heard him talking about
ETS.
that one day.
Yeah, he's still. Last I heard, he still hasn't got it figured
Hmm. Yeah, it's one of those things. You never know. Almost done plowing. Then I gotta get some fertilizer and some lime and throw it on there. Some lime on the coconut. I wanted to try, what do you call it? Hofbergman, the new version, but it's just like, I just played Hofbergman. I don't want to play it again, kind of thing. It's like, I don't want to play the same map again. Alright, I'm gonna park this stuff over here where I can see it. It's right around this corner. I tend to run into it really easy.
What you gotta do? You gotta do Hofbergman on back on 19.
Oh, yeah.
Do videos of that because that, that might
Supposedly,
do pretty good.
supposedly the new version is supposed to be that way, where they had the artificial insemination and all that stuff built in. Supposedly the new version is. Farmer Klein had a video on it the other day. I haven't watched it, but it seems like it'd be a pretty good thing. Let's see. I need a.
I mean, I know. I mean, I've got one friend. He does videos all the way back to his.
Wow. Okay.
He does. Actually, he does FS9 as well. So he does Farm Sim 9, 11, 13, and 15. He
That
doesn't do 17, 19. He has done 22, and I don't think he's ever. I don't think he owns 25.
That's a little bit far back for me. It's like, nah, I don't want to go that far back.
Yeah, well, he enjoys it, so I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
more power to him. It's just,
He's one of the ones you see that pops in with friends' videos. AK.
mm-hmm.
So,
Let's see. I need a fertilizer spreader. And I don't have a tractor, so guess which one I get to use? This one. And we're going to make it blue, or actually we're going to make it light blue so I know it's fertilizer. And I'm just going to, do I want to lease it or buy it? I'm just going to lease it because I don't know how long I'm going to use it. And $16 is a lot better than $200. All right, so I need that, and then I need a seeder to get this done. I'm gonna have to make 2 trips, but that's all right. Seeder, same concept. I'm just gonna lease it, and I'm just gonna leave that green. I don't want to purchase, I want to lease it. Yes. Because I'm gonna turn around and sell this stuff eventually anyway, so why buy it? And then I need to buy seeds and fertilizer. I'm just going to get 1 big bag of fertilizer. Customize. $1,900? I don't think so. How about we go a stack of fertilizer? Oh, I need lime too. Grr.
better get your checkbook out.
Yeah, right? How many ounces of that? 250. This is 250. Not cheaper. I'm gonna get the bags. I'm gonna get 1 stack for now. Because it's not a very big field. So I'm just gonna do that. And if I need to get more, I can always come back and get more. That's lime. And then I need fertilizer. That's 250. That's 100. And don't want liquid, so we'll just get a stack of those 2. Buy. Yes. Okay. Alright, time to load all this up again. Can I put both of these on? I'm hoping I can. Oh yeah, I can. Nice. Crash, bang, boo. And then put on stacks of stuff. I'm probably going to need more lime, but that's okay. Oh, I guess maybe I should buy some seed too. Haha. Consumables. Nope, wrong category. Seeds. Gonna buy just a pile of seeds. Let's see, that's 1,050 for 1,300. It's 250 for 13, so 5 times that would be 1,500. Nope. 1,600 for 2,000. I think I need that much seed though. I'm just gonna get one of these. Customize. Buy. I'm close enough I can just walk back and grab some more seed if I need it. Here. Alright. Title that down and take her home. I gotta get my what do you call it? The tent put down too, so I have a place to stay. Nope, I started with nothing. Alright, maybe I'll do that before I do much of the other stuff here. Let's see. Construction. And farmhouses. I don't have a farm or anything yet, so I'm just going to put a gym bag down in the corner of my field. Can't see it very good, but gym bag. Now I have a place to sleep. Alright, that should, yep, perfect. Alright, let's go. Get this.
I'd motor a blower.
What's that?
Fully built hot rod motor with a blower, supercharger.
Nice.
With a big scoop on the top and everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was cute. I just sent everything flying.
I thought it was cute too.
I have the Hot Wheels Bone Shaker in that game, and I love it. I love the look of it. It's a 1940s hot rod with a big skull on the front of it.
What's cool about this mod, as far as the body side of it, you can take all the body parts of it and you're just down to a frame.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's kind of cool, I think.
All right. This needs to move here with the rest of the equipment. So it's out of my way. And then I need the lime. Lime. There we are. Do that and do that. Alright, I don't think I'm going to get very far with this, but we'll find out. Oh, goodness, this is going to be a while. You'd need a dust mask with this thing, because the cloud you put up is pretty big. You'd be inhaling chalk dust.
It'll take you a minute. Let's look through and see how wide that thing is. Holy.
Yeah, it's going to take me a little bit. But at least I'm able to run with it. I might have to go in and play with the speeds a little bit on some of these. If I use them very often, I will. That's actually what I'm going to do with some of the older tractors and stuff I have, is go in and modify the XML files and then replace the ones I downloaded with my version. So every time I use it, it has the same old price and the, you know, if I can do it, I'm going to do the condition too, the starting condition of it, but I don't think I can. But at least have the right dollar value, because some of these old tractors are like stupid expensive in the game. They'll have like brand new cost of today's price for the vehicle or what they're selling for currently, and if you're using like an old WD-45L's Chalmers, there's no way you'd be paying you know, like $30,000 for it now. It's like maybe 6, 7 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So yep. Go over this field 500 times. This is cool.
You're getting exercise in, that's for sure.
Yeah, right? But it's what you gotta do when you start from survival. I had used originally the Hofbergman bicycle that has a little trailer attached to the back of it, and it's like, oh my goodness. Nothing would fit on the back of the trailer because the wheels are bigger than the top of the frame, and oh my god, it was a mess. And then I only went like 4 miles an hour riding the bike, and I was like, oh, okay, let's give ourselves a little bit of a motor. Somebody can play a survival and give themselves a Unimog. I can give myself just a little cart of some sort.
Yeah, so it's a little much.
Yeah, it's like, okay. And I am going to need more lime because I'm already down to 50 liters left. So I'm guessing I'm probably going to need at least 2 or 3 more stacks. And I'm not going to do 100% coverage because I can't steer straight, so. And this stuff doesn't have GPS on it.
Or we can do that. You can buy it in the shop.
I don't think you can for this mod. Alright, well this isn't going to get me very far, so I'm going to have to go buy more. Alright, I am out as of right there. So I made 1 on a stack, so 1, 2, 3, About 3 more packs of that I'm gonna need. I could have did my first round without lime, but eh, it's not that expensive. I can do lime. Wrong way. Let's go. That's 2,000 liters, and this is 250. Oh wait, no, it is 250. It's 2,800 bucks though, so I'm gonna go 3 of these. Will take care of it, I think. Buy. Yes. Okay. That way I don't bankrupt myself getting way too much lime. If I lived all the way across the map from the store, yeah, I'd buy more, but I live like hop, skip, and a jump.
What I wanted to do. I'm gonna take those pads off. Spot racing pads off.
Ah.
Good luck.
Alright.
Carlos Jean to start with, right?
Yep. Alright, get this. And reload it. Oops,
I never played with
wrong
them
button.
yet, so I figured I'd give it a whirl.
Oh my god, I can't remember the command to load seed. Jeepers creepers. Oh, it's because it's keyboard again. My keyboard and my controller keep fighting for dominance. It drives me nuts.
Weird how it does that.
Mm-hmm. It did it in 22 also, so I know it's just not, 25 quirk, but every once in a while I'll have to sit here and click the controller button just to get it kicked back over to controller. It's like, I don't know what setting does that, but it's like it forgets the setting of keyboard versus that.
No, that's different. That's for sure.
I mean, if I had like a stream deck or something hooked up to it, it might work differently, but I don't have that set up. I could, because I have an iPad I never use, but I'm not going to pay a subscription service to use Stream Deck.
I don't have a. Oh, I don't. I'm missing one of my rotors.
One of your rotors? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm missing a rotor.
Oh, okay. I thought you said rubber at first. Like, wait a minute. What are you talking about? But
I'm probably missing rubber bushings too. So.
oh yeah, the bushings are my nemesis in that game.
I wish you could just buy a case of them at a time.
Mm-hmm. I buy them like 20 or 30 at a time usually. Just so I don't run out of the dumb things.
Yeah. I had to buy 20 this time, I know.
Mm-hmm. I hope in 2026 that they have, you can buy cartons of stuff. Like you say, like a carton, case of oil or whatever. But I doubt you're going to have that because I've tried the demo, but I haven't played it enough to know what's what on it.
I haven't seen in there yet that you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
Yeah. I just don't like the fact, like I said earlier, that you have to wait for your product. If you're doing your shop, you have to wait like 6 hours to get them. It just, yeah. I like the instant gratification of getting your stuff as you can quick buy a part if you forget it when you're building.
I don't know, it doesn't bother me, but I usually don't end up waiting too long. Usually
Mm-hmm.
an hour or so.
Yeah.
Unless it's at night. But usually what I do is I try to order the parts. Because it gives you the list of what's wrong, and you can basically put everything on your shopping list from the work order, which is nice.
Yep.
So I just do that, and then I make my order, and I start tearing things apart. Partway through my teardown, it's already here. So it usually works out pretty good for me. But
I forget to check and see what time of day it is, though. So I always have to wait till the next day or something. It's like, grr, I just want to keep playing. Come on.
get it.
Oh, I should refill before I get too far. So I'm going to be empty before too long. Oh, wrong button again. Oh, what's my key? Because it's got to do that. All right. Do. Get this done. Get it done. I'm probably going to end up getting to the point of getting the field planted and then calling it a stream, because I've got the yawns going something horrible right now. And going over this field manually like this 5 times to get it ready to go was like, oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be my 4th. 5th will be planting. 6th will be a fertilizer. So 6 times to get it ready to plant. Which you have to do with a tractor, but it goes much quicker with a tractor. But it's important to get the ground properly set up the first time, unless you're down to nothing.
Yeah, it definitely takes some time.
Our landlord has been blowing stuff around with a leaf blower. He's been mowing, he's been cleaning. It's like, wow, going crazy. It's nice to see him doing it, but it's like, okay, enough with the noisy machines today.
Yeah, as soon as it gets old after a while.
Well, the leaf blower is by far the most annoying, because he was I was like, oh my god, what are you doing with that thing? It was quite annoying, especially when I was trying to sleep.
Yeah, a lot of stuff can be annoying like that when you're trying to sleep or you're tired or sick or anything like that.
Yep. I think he's on the big 0-turn mower now, so it's going pretty quick, but it's still, wow. I've just gotten so I had like peace and quiet when I'm working on stuff or sitting here. I don't like all that noise.
Yeah, I get that.
It's bad enough with motorcycles and sirens. I might have to buy more lime. I got 1 package left. That'll do about 1 more round. And then I will have to get more again. Alright, I'm going to park it right there, grab my last lime. And that stutter you guys see every once in a while in the game is an autosave mod. The rail autosave or whatever heck it is. Alright, let's go.
I was wondering about FS17 didn't have an autosave.
Yeah, well, this is a mod that
There
you
was a
have
mod.
to have. Because I did that so it doesn't save in-game. You know, like when you go into the select menu or whatever, it doesn't stop and save the game every freaking time you go into the menu. So this is a mod that autosaves every 10 minutes or something like that.
That's not too bad then.
I just got tired of it during Hofbergman. Every time I want to do something or I want to show somebody something, it's like, okay, let's wait for it to save, and then we'll do it.
Yeah.
It just gets old real quick is all.
Yeah, it does. That's one thing I like about with Truck Sim is that you don't have that crap.
Yep.
I mean, it does its own autosave. I'm not sure the intermittent of it. I think it's about every 5 minutes, but it
Yeah,
does
I
what it
don't know.
needs to.
I don't know either. I don't remember on that game. I
It's
was
about every
playing.
5 minutes. But usually after we do a run, a lot of times Papa follows me.
Mhm.
So I pull in and I unload, and most of the time they have us unloading in the same spot. So I just get out of the way, and then I get out of the way. And while he's unloading, then I go in and save the game.
Mhm.
Then we usually take a break or whatever. So
Yep. Gotta have his smoke. Gotta have a smoke break.
that's kind of nice for me too. Is that
Get up and move around.
encourages
Yep.
me to get off my butt. Yeah.
Yep. I can still see him playing Icarus and was like, I'm gonna go have a smoke. And then by the time he gets back, he's dead. It's like, dude, gotta make sure you're
Trying to
full on food before you leave.
feed oxygen, trying to force feed oxygen into him.
Yep. Yep.
Breathe, breathe.
Breathe. CPR. Start CPR. No.
He
It
got, and
was.
then he'd come back and he'd be so mad about it, which I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't blame him either. I mean, it's kind of sucks that you can't pause the game, really. But
Yeah.
they did a bunch of quality of life updates too not too long ago. I want to try them again one of these days. But I'm just so used to playing hard mode on the base world that it's just like, okay, I'm bored with that now. And Sticks isn't much better. Yeah, there's a lot of things to attack you, but it's like, eh. But when you don't play to go beat the bosses, then you end up getting bored real fast in that game. At least I do. Because there's so many animals and stuff around that you get a super pile of stuff, super pile of meat, super pile of hide, and it's just like, okay, I don't need to hunt forever now. Okay, I'm not gonna make it, I don't think, the rest of the way with this. I might try, but I'm gonna be shy. I'm just gonna go get one more stack and done with it. I'm just gonna run though. Let's see. Lime, bag of lime. Customize one. Buy. Yes. Okay. And pick it up and carry it home. I kind of messed up. I put down a gym bag and I should have put a tent down. Of course, it's nice out supposedly in this map, so we'll just let it go. If it rains, I'll get soaking wet, but that's not a biggie. Mm-hmm. Tis what it is. All right. This finished up. Try and get as much as I can in one pass here. Oops. If I could go straight, it would help, but I'm having trouble driving straight. I can just see a big old GPS mounted on top of this. Portable GPS. Mounted on a hand-pushed thing.
Just get you one fit in your back pocket.
Mm-hmm. Get one that says, stay on course, make a U-turn. Stay on course, make a U-turn.
Yeah, it'd have a cord like you do when you're on a Wade Runner.
Yep, yep. Go too far away, it pops loose.
Yep, throws a fit.
Mm-hmm. Alright, almost done with the lime, and then we gotta seed it and fertilize it. I might fertilize before I seed, because then I can see what I've done and what I haven't done. Of course, that usually does it now, before it's grown, so I should be able to do it either way. But then I'm going to call it a night or a day on streaming. Maybe come back, do a little bit of Unreal Engine, playing with a Lego set or something. What I call a Lego set, because when you use an asset pack, that's kind of like building with Legos.
All that I put in that car and I only made 35,500 off in profit.
You put all of that turbocharged stuff in, and you only made 35,000? That's ridiculous.
The profit. I'm selling it for almost 57,000.
Yeah, but still, that's still
I Yeah.
really low for how much work you have to put into those and how much price those um, big fancy pieces cost. Very low.
Yeah. And for a 69 GTO that's set up as a dragster.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be a lot more for that, but
You would
evidently
think.
not.
I try not to think too hard.
Yep.
Which I need to write this
Oh,
down
come
because I need to
on,
go pull
cover.
all the.
I might have to increase the width on this thing just a tiny bit. Just a little
Try
bit.
to sell this and get rid of the parts. I need to exit the game and remove this before I go for my next barn run.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bye bye, car.
Because you're finding things that are wrong with the mod? Is that why you're doing that?
Yeah, that one had the steering rack to the oil pan and the exhaust going to the frame.
At
Wonderful
least
stuff.
it didn't have two rear axles like my car did the other day.
Yeah. Where is that? This one.
Okay, can I get this last bit? Grr.
I've got, well, I say I had a lot of GTO parts. It really wasn't that many. It was four. And two fenders, a headlight, and a mirror.
I haven't
For
played
about
that
$800.
since the other day when the body parts cost me 9 grand for that one car. I was like, okay, I'm done with that. Okay, now the textures are filling in. Really, game? Come on. Their texture budgets really need to be fixed on this game.
Yeah, no kidding. But
Because most new graphics cards can handle all this, like super distance drawing and stuff, and you don't have to worry about the circle of influence like they do.
yeah,
Come on, hang in there, Lime. I'm not buying any more, so you gotta make it to the end. 18, 13, 10, 9, 8. Come on, do it. Do it. 2, 1, 0. Almost perfect. So note to self, it takes like 4 packages of lime. Alright, let's do... I'm gonna do either soybeans or canola on this. Seeds, please. I gotta get it a little
Well,
ways away from there.
I'll step away and go grab a drink while this game restarts. I'll be back in a
Okie
few minutes.
dokie. Get rid of that. Come on, get over there. Get the green one, because that's my cedar. Grab me some seeds. Come on, load the last of the pack in there. There we go. And set it to, we're gonna go canola this time. Almost done running up and down this field 8 billion times. And then after this harvest, I should have enough money to get that little tractor. Maybe do a contract or two since I have the combine and things, so I can get a little extra money. But I won't do all contracts or a crazy amount of contracts, just 1 or 2 to get me enough spare change to get the little tractor and stuff. Let's see. I know this has been exciting watching me go up and down the same field over and over and over and over and over again, but part of the game. And I promise it won't be more than 2 streams that I do this. I'll have a tractor before too long, albeit tiny. Get a little game noise so you guys can hear something. Get this done. And then I think I'm gonna go find either a cup of coffee or some drink powder that you put in a bottle of water that gets you a little bit of energy, because I am sagging fast. Hmm. At least I can run with this. Go 6 miles an hour. Realistically, you should be able to run at about 10 and do this, but I don't think the mod works very well at 10 miles an hour. As an average person, according to, like all the travel rules and stuff I've ever done, can walk about 8 miles in a day. So if you're running, you should be able to go probably, or 8 miles an hour, you should be able to run at about 10, I would think. Oops, I missed. Make sure I get it all, because that's going to cost me some monies if I don't make sure I get it all. Oops. And I do believe I have it set to 2-day seasons. I might switch that down to 1, so we can make pretty good advancement. But we'll see. I actually might hire a worker to do the fertilizing. I'm kind of getting bored going up and down this field every so many times, but we'll see. I don't really want to spend the money for a worker because they're pretty expensive, so. Won't take too awfully long to get this done. Because I think when, like Daggerwin and the other guys I've ever seen do the survival always start on a map with gigantic fields so they can expand however they want. But instead of spending 85,000 first thing to buy the field or whatever, I only spent like 26,000, I think it was, 27,000 to buy it. And then if I want to expand, I have to buy another field. Because this field, I think, is a little bit over a hectare in a little bit. Curious, how much is it? Hectare, we are at 1.25, well, acres, because I have it set to American, but it's just a decent little field. It'd be no different than really seeding like a little hobby farm lawn. Okay.
Jam packed.
Okay.
A bowl of grape sauce in the kitchen.
Yep. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream here. I'm just going to finish the seeding and then the fertilizer, and then I'll pick up from there the next time. So I will see you guys later, and be happy, healthy, and stay all that fun stuff. So I'll catch y'all later. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.